It looks like Rockstar Games could be putting out multiple titles before Grand Theft Auto 6 gets here. We'll be talking about what they are and more all in this video today. So if you've been watching some of my later videos, you'll know that we're talking about a Grand Theft Auto 4 remake, remaster, definitive edition, whatever they're ultimately going to call it. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but it seems like there's another game in the pipeline. And this came from the video game website Game Reactor, who put out an article a few days ago that was this: exclusive Red Dead Redemption 2 for Nintendo Switch 2 may arrive this year. Sources close to Rockstar indicate that the port is as real as the next-gen update and could complete the release schedule for the new console. So this is what the article goes on to say. Earlier this year, in the midst of a flurry of Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, just before its official video reveal, publications such as Game Reactor heard the inevitable rumors about the first Nintendo and third-party games that would accompany the console. We heard of Cyberpunk, Split Fiction, Final Fantasy, and Elden Ring, titles finally confirmed at the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct presentation in April, but there was one big rumored game that we'd heard of and who'd yet missed the party: Red Dead Redemption 2. And it happened again. Game Reactor has heard from sources close to Rockstar that the acclaimed Wild West open world opus, considered one of the best video games ever, is not only on its way to Nintendo Switch 2, but could be coming to the new consoles as soon as later this year. The very same has been heard and is corroborated over at Nintendo and from different sources. What's more, Red Dead Redemption 2 for Switch could be coming alone as a one-off move, but it's possible that it could be coming at the same time or somewhat later as an update to the game for the current-gen hardware, one of the so-called next-gen update patch that brings the graphics and performance of Red Dead Redemption 2 up to date for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. So that is absolutely massive, and it really feels like this is a long overdue update for Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, it would be super cool to get it on the Nintendo Switch, but I know a lot of you guys probably don't play many of your main console games on there, especially if you're fans of Rockstar titles, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption. The big news here is Red Dead Redemption 2 for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And if you only care about this from a Grand Theft Auto 6 perspective, this is a bonus in multiple ways. Number one, if you have never experienced this game, you must, because it's amazing. Number two, if it's been 4 or 5 years since you've played this game, or you just haven't touched it since you've gotten a new system, and that makes sense because you don't want to plug in your PlayStation 4 or Xbox One in order to play the game. Number three, it sort of perfectly fills the gap if it does come out later this year to sort of give us something to do before Grand Theft Auto 6 arrives in May. And it's also the most recent Rockstar Games title. And therefore, you'll see a lot of not only the same tech, but some of the same features, moves, animations that appeared in Red Dead Redemption 2 will ultimately appear in Grand Theft Auto 6. So it'll give you the best, most up-to-date version of a Rockstar title, which will in turn give you the most up-to-date feel as far as Grand Theft Auto 6 goes. Now, the article goes on to say this: of course, plans change, especially when we're talking about a few turbulent years in the gaming industry and about a Rockstar and Nintendo that are also readjusting their schedules. With the recent delay of Grand Theft Auto 6 to the next fiscal year, there have already been other rumors, such as the recent one for GTA 4, for PS4 and Switch 1, following the adaptation of the first Red Dead Redemption, with the consequent possibility of Switch 2 stock being reduced for the calendar year. Will GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto 6 come to Switch 2 afterwards? Nintendo and Rockstar, Rockstar and Nintendo, two giants that have collaborated sporadically in the past, but which, consequently, are the two stars of the biggest events of the next 12 months and 10 days. They seem destined to understand each other more than ever, and Red Dead Redemption 2 would be the starting point. If the intel is accurate, it'd be already galloping towards the new hybrid system. So that would be absolutely huge, and obviously if the game is on another system all the way around, that just, spreads the Rockstar fandom. There might be some diehard Nintendo Switch fans that only play on that console that have, of course, never experienced Red Dead Redemption 2, and so it might open their eyes to something completely brand new, which would, of course, be very, very cool. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's also been rumors and reports of Grand Theft Auto 4 getting remade and remastered, whether they call it a definitive edition or not. We've talked about those details in previous videos, so I won't hash over them too much. But essentially, there's a chance that it also comes out later this year for the current generation consoles, returning to Liberty City, being able to play our returning characters of Nico Bellic, Johnny Klebitz, Luis Lopez for the modern systems would be incredible. Well, it seems like Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar Games, put a tiny little secret in their last earnings call that suggests that is gonna be happening. So if you look at the presentation documents that Take-Two Interactive makes publicly accessible and available, you'll actually find some interesting developments. It states that Take-Two Interactive plans to release 4 new iterations of previously released titles between now and April 2026. And there's only one title that is currently unannounced, which is still set for reveal. You can see the other ones: Civilization 7 VR, April 11th, 2025, Civilization 7 for Switch 2, Fiscal 26, and Borderlands 4 for Switch 2 to be announced. So wouldn't it make sense that that one unannounced title is the Grand Theft Auto 4 port that is on the way and has been active in development for years? So this is definitely something that we need to keep an eye out this summer. Again, with Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive, always try to keep your expectations low, as it could be anything. But the fact that they have already announced 3 products set for release this year and only have one game that's currently not announced is very, very interesting. And even looking at this further, like I said, they have 4 iterations of previously released titles for 2027 and 2028, and 3 iterations of previously released titles for 2025. There's currently a missing game that's yet to be announced, and it would make sense that that hasn't been shown up there because Rockstar hasn't made the announcement yet. And it makes sense that we haven't gotten the announcement yet because Rockstar was probably waiting to spill all the details on Grand Theft Auto 6. With the delay, with the second trailer, with the new website, all the information that they gave us, a Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster and port would still have gone over very well, even without all that news. But now that it's coming after they've given us all this GTA 6 detail, the new release date, etc., it's going to go over even better. So I do think that was all part of their grand plan here. And like I said, you need to remain cautiously optimistic here. It could be a handful of things. It could be Grand Theft Auto 4. It could be Max Payne 3. It could be another Take-Two Interactive port or remaster. The one thing we know it is not is it's not the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. Those just entered production, so that's not something that will be coming out later this year. That would be something way down the line. And again, if you missed my older videos on this subject, it does look like it's leaning more to be a remake versus a full remaster or definitive edition. So think very similar to what Rockstar did with Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC. Yes, there will likely be some graphical updates, possibly some fixes to some long-time issues that have been, seriously plaguing players since day one. But I don't think it's going to be a complete overhaul like we saw with Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, with the trilogy, of course, that was remastered by a completely different studio. They might be getting the help of another studio or a recently acquired Rockstar branch that they've turned into one of their studios. But at the end of the day, I still think it would be a super welcome addition being able to return to Liberty City. I think it would be so fascinating. And again, it would give us something to do until May 26, 2026. And if you throw Red Dead Redemption 2 in there and you give us the ability to play that on the modern consoles, just like what Rockstar did recently with Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC, giving us the enhanced version of that, they seem very capable and willing to do stuff like this, all as the road to Grand Theft Auto 6 is leading up, which is so cool. It's a great time to be a Rockstar fan. These rumors are insane, and it's just bonus because at the end of the day, we're all really excited about Grand Theft Auto 6. So these are just like the whipped cream, the sprinkles, the cherry on top of it all. It's really cool. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about those rumors and the ability to play Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 4 on the modern systems. Are you excited about that? Don't care about it? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.